Hey guys, welcome to 6 Minutes for Monday, November 14th. I'm Jason Fulmore, SC Wrestle, and today we're going to do a quick weekly roundup of kind of what happened this past weekend. Talk a lot about the college scene because we only have two states, Georgia and Alabama, who have kind of kicked off. And, you know, things have a tendency to begin slowly before we build into the season and everything gets started. So anyway, yeah, so let's jump in. And if you missed it, a ton of action over the weekend on the college scene. The first takeaway is the Virginia Tech Hokies and the three hammers in a row from the Dirty South, from the Southeast. If you'd missed their match against Ohio State on Friday night, you got an opportunity to see Alabama's Sam Latona do work at 133. You got to see Tom Crook from Tampa Jesuit in Florida at 141, who beat Nick Bazakis in that match. And then, Caleb Henson from Woodland in Georgia went out there and beat the number 2 ranked 149 in the nation, Sammy Sasso. To cap off a pretty strong run by the Hokies and by those Southeast wrestlers. So that's the first takeaway. Really excited to see those wrestlers do exceptionally well at the next level. Speaking at the next level, and 2 of the 3 we've already talked about, but Flo just dropped an article, and this is takeaway number 2 of 5 wrestlers that freshmen that you should watch after this first weekend or this first couple weekends in college wrestling. We've already mentioned 2 of those, Tom Crook and Caleb Henson, and the person on the cover of the Flow article is not only Caleb Henson's high school teammate from Woodland and current University of Maryland Terp, Jackson Smith, who also had a fantastic weekend. I believe that article is open for everyone. I don't think you have to be behind. I don't think it's behind a paywall. Go read about those 3 hammers and what they did. But fantastic wrestling, fantastic job by the three of them, and definitely some names to watch as we get ready, as we are moving into the 22-23 season. A couple other things. One of the things that's always fun to watch, especially early in the season at the collegiate level, and this is takeaway number 3, are those tournaments where we get to see some former high school hammers, some former high school wrestlers here in the Southeast make that step up to the collegiate level, especially in some open tournaments. So at the Citadel Open, we got to see, shout out to Malcolm Wiley formerly from Woodward Academy in Georgia, now at Presbyterian. Malcolm won I think it was the 197-pound weight class. I'll have to look that up. I'll show up a graphic of him winning that weight class. And David Hunsberger from Lander in South Carolina also took home the title at the Citadel Open. And if you look down, I think it was the 157s that had a bunch of former high school hammers in the line or in the field. Selwyn Porter from the Citadel won it, beat Austin Paradise, Jeremy Paradise in the finals. Paradise wrestles at Chattanooga now. And then further down the line, I think it was Thomas Snipes, formerly of Hillcrest, who took 5th at the weight class, and Cole Cochran from Chattanooga took 6th at that weight class. So certainly wrestlers that we know exceptionally well from watching them over the last several years. now making those strides and trying to break into the lineups at the next level. So super excited to watch them compete. Speaking of that, takeaway number 4, up at the Grandview Open, we got to watch, and you can jump online and kind of catch some of these matches and you might have to have a subscription. But we got to see Corey Land don a University of Northern Iowa singlet. He beat he was in Iowa this past year, but he was in Louisiana for many years before that. Evan Frost in the finals at 133. Evan now wrestles for Iowa State. Corey at the University of Northern Iowa looked fantastic in taking the title at 133.
Corey Land, 133. First open tournament. Champion. Talk about your day.
It was a good day. Glad I'm here with all my freshman buddies. We got to watch everybody wrestle. It's a fun tournament. Good to compete. So.
Looking forward to this day for a while, I bet. How's it been, the transition from the high school room to the college room?
It's definitely different. There's different levels, but I got some of the best training partners in the world at UNI. Everyone around my weight's pretty good, so I get my butt beat in a good bit of times just to learn. So it's been good.
Congrats.
Also, Gio Bonilla for Grandview. And if you don't know Grandview, NAIA Power, fantastic wrestling program. Definitely a one that we have a lot of kids kind of from the Southeast head that direction. Giovanni Bonilla wrestled at Kissimmee Osceola many years ago. He is now, I think they're starting 157-pounder. Yeah, 157-pounder. And he won it at 157 pounds for Grandview. Steven Villalobos, I think he wrestled for South Dade, took 4th for life at that same weight. Yeah, I could go on and talking about all the different former high school wrestlers who are competing all over the country in these opens and for their teams. We saw Gavin Kane at the University of North Carolina. We saw Campbell at Battle at Bragg this past weekend. A lot of wrestlers from Gabe Hicksonbaugh, who was Sam Latona's teammate. Again, I could go on and on and on talking about all the different Southeast wrestlers who are now making that jump up. But, I don't want this to be too terribly long. So we've highlighted a few. Let's jump now to takeaway number 5 and the high school action from this past weekend. Georgia and Alabama kicked off. And, really, it's kind of what we expect at the collegiate level. It's also what we expect at the high school level. A lot of scrambles, a lot of action where you have multiple kids from a team, as kids are kind of getting used to their weights and everything else. Southeastern pools or Southeastern duels over in Alabama. We saw both a Thompson Red and a Thompson Black. We saw a lot of different, a lot of different faces on the mats. But the one place that we saw some absolutely fantastic action was at the Lasser Trojan Invitational. I've posted several videos, and there were some absolutely unbelievably great matches for the first weekend of this season.
Since mat 4 is open, we're going to start the third place.
At 138 was just absolutely stacked with Drew Gorman, Dallas Russell, Colin Mullins, Blue Stifler, and then you had some great matches. I watched Denson versus Gavin Pope, which I haven't had a chance to upload yet, but definitely will upload that match as well. And then Amonte Mills actually beat Denson in the finals. You had Luke Cochran beating Aaron Reiner. You just had some absolutely really, really top wrestling and some top programs. Jefferson, Buford, Mill Creek. That was a lot of fun to watch. So make sure you go back and check those out. You can check it out on the website as well. I've got a link to all the results and everything else. They were having some problems on the ground in Lassiter as far as getting it uploaded in real time. But all those results are now posted in Flow Arena. And the last takeaway is, And 7A in Georgia is going to be outstanding. It is going to be fantastic. Mill Creek is definitely a team to watch. North Paulding, Buford look good. Love to see Camden in that mix as well, but we will as we get closer to the into the year. 7A is going to have some outstanding battles. It is definitely, and I heard it from everybody when they were, not everybody, I heard it from a lot of people as they were walking around on the floor in Lassiter. Man, can you imagine? 7A is going to be fantastic to watch. They're right. It is definitely the classification to watch. I will say Jefferson looked pretty good, and Jefferson and Cass and the other teams in 5A are definitely going to be fun to watch as well. So that is the 6 minutes for today. Fantastic wrestling this weekend by a ton of really, really good former Southeast wrestlers, Southeast Hammers, and some current ones at the Lassiter Invitational that I got to watch. Hammers that were submitted by Georgia coaches and Alabama coaches will be released tomorrow, and wonder where I'll go this weekend. Get some video and share it with you guys. Take care.